Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look inside a box of Rubicon Models 1 to 56 scale Centurion Mark 5 and Mark 5-1 tank.
Okay, here's the box, the beautiful box art. You see here we've got the option to build a Mark 5 or a Mark 5-1 variant. Hatches can be open or closed, although there's no interior detail on this. You can do side skirts on or off, and you can do a World War II, post-World War II or a Vietnam War version. Optional dozer blade is included, and you get a tank commander. Go around the box. It's very unique. You get like two tabs here you have to open, so it's a very unique box. Just usual stuff around the sides. And then the back here, we got the two versions: the Mark 5 with a dozer blade or a Mark 5-1. I do like the 5-1 with the big kind of spotlight on there. I don't know, could maybe put a dozer blade on that and kind of big perfect hybrid, I guess. The colors. It's like they're in Vallejo colors, but pretty generic, greens. Information about it, rubiconmodels.com, and what else we got here? The decals. It looks like nice markings here. And this is a brand new release as well. This just got released. Retail price on this was, you see there, was $39 US dollars. So let's open her up. Again, I've not looked at a Rubicon Models kit before, so I'm excited to see this. This is 1/56 scale, which is your wargaming kind of, the standard wargaming kind of scale. So, decals, we'll look at in a minute. We've got a little instruction book. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues to look at too. So the beauty of these kits are, they go together really quick. I'd imagine like a Saturday afternoon, you get this thing put together, then you get to the fun part of painting or weathering it. That kind of stuff. Okay, cool. Well, we'll look at that in more detail. Let me put that to the side. As always, we'll start with the instructions. And it looks like you've got the layout and the sprues on the front page. And this is one of those that opens out. So it's like a Japan map kind of thing. So starting with 1, it looks like we add in the road wheels to the main kind of assembly of the wheels and the tracks. Then moving along to suspension arms. Dozer blade is optional, but I think it'll look really cool with a blade on it and do some really good cool weathering stuff on it too. Adding blade on, then I like the way each step tells you what you're working on. So here we're working on the Mark 5 assembly. If you're doing Mark 1, it's going to be slightly different, so it's options. So you'll look. So before you start, you want to figure out which one you're going to do. Like for me, I'll probably do the later Vietnam one, and you've got to pick. Okay, so I'm going to do Mark 5-1. So then just mark, maybe before you start, mark the instructions to know which part you're doing here. So here, upper hole, it looks like the windshield. You don't get clear parts in this. It says cut the shape using a clear 1/2 mil acrylic sheet, not included. So you need some kind of clear. That should be pretty easy to find. Just maybe some kind of food packaging, some sort from the grocery store you got left over. In your recycling, just cut out that template there, little kind of windshield, and that will go on. Going down the chassis. Upper assembly, again, you need some. It says use 1/2 mil copper wire or thread. You don't get that for the cables and stuff. So the tow cables. So you need that extra too. Then it looks like we get a Royal Australian Armour Corps Commander. If you want to do the figure inside or in the hatch, it looks like you. And he shows it from his knees upwards, so I'm guessing he's standing in one of the turret, maybe at the top. Barrel, assemble first, test fit C14 before applying glue. So again, just telling you about that. Turret assembly, then mudguard assembly. I mean, it says here go to step 18 for Mark 5. and or 22 for Mark 5.1. So turn the page over. So if I'm going to do the Mark 5, I'm going to do this page. If I'm going to do the Mark 5.1, I'm going to start 22 and do it this page, this section right here. So there's going to be some differences in the turret assembly, I guess. So turret assembly, Mark 5, this all comes together. You see there. Then optional, you can add the mud guards and antenna are optional. Again, you need to provide your own 1/2 mil piano wire or plastic rod for the antennas. I actually use wire, just lead wire, works really good. Then if we're going to do the Mark 5, if you do the Mark 5, then you're done. If you're going to carry on to the 5.1, then you're going to start here. So you're going to do the turret. If you do the Mark 5.1, well, both, you got the Australian command you can put in if you wish. Then it all kind of comes together with that big spotlight for the Mark 5.1, and you can add the mud guards if you like, optional. But I kind of like the picture here with seeing all the tracks and stuff. I kind of like it that version. Looking through this, you don't get the kind of cage. Well, it looks like that you got the 4 aerials, antennas, and then you got that kind of fabric kind of attached between it. So it should be pretty easy to do yourself with some material and scratch build it, I imagine, if you got the antennas. Let me see. Well, I guess you can install antennas. It's no problem at all. So looking really good. Pretty straightforward instructions. So moving on, I don't think I need to take these out of the packet, but these are the decals, really nice and bright, all different markings here and different numbers and stuff. They probably provide a lot because, again, this is a wargaming product, so I'm assuming you might have a few of these on your table, like a few different, maybe 4 or 5 of these, so you want different markings for each one. So you have different license plate numbers, markings, that kind of stuff. Some really cool like stuff here too. Okay, and into the plastic. So get my knife and kind of break these guys open. So this is probably the most interested me to see. So this is the top half, so you get an idea of the size, and it's going to be just about 5.5 inches long, which is going to convert to centimeters down here, about 13.5 centimeters. So this is your basic size. So it's not going to be teeny tiny, but you know, it's not going to be huge. And then here's your tracks. You're looking quite nice actually. You can see on there, maybe move the sprue out of the way, but you got the tracks with the wheels molded in. Makes it a lot easy to do, assemble. And some smaller parts. Again, the numbers are very faintly printed on here. And I'm just seeing here there's 0 flash I can see, and it's actually looking really nice. A few ejection pins here and there, nothing major, kind of recessed. You might need to fill them or maybe sand them. And yeah, that looks looking really nice. Okay, so take that one out of the way, bring this guy in. So this is your turret, your dozer blade. Again, looking really nice. I don't see any flash or issues on these. Really nicely molded here, see that? Excuse my fingernails, I've just been painting my growler, so my E18Gs, I'm covered in primer and stuff right now. But yeah, I think those blades are definitely the way I would go with this. And yeah, all the little parts look good. Okay, third sprue. There's 4 sprues, so it's the third one. And actually, okay, it looks like we've got different types of turrets. I guess depending whether you're going to do the Mark 5 or the Mark 5.1. Slight differences, though to me they look pretty similar. Oh, okay, there's a few little different moldings and stuff on there, so make sure you use the right one. Actually, I'm looking at the sprue, so a lot of these parts are very similar on both. Okay, there's a barrel on both. Oh yeah, the barrels are different even too, so it's really nice that you got a lot of detail in here. So again, pay particular attention to which version you're doing. So you've got different barrel types. It's slide molded one piece, which is awesome. And yeah, some really nice detail. Here's your guy, a little bit small, looks like his mouth's very wide open. Yeah, I'm pointing to somewhere, holding a book and pointing, so he's probably an officer. And yeah, again, really nice texture on here. So that's the third sprue. And here's the final one. So you see there's not a ton of stuff here. Like I said earlier, you can probably build this thing like a Saturday afternoon, put it together. Won't take much work, I don't think. And they do a lot of World War II stuff, some Korean, and they're about to bring out a whole Vietnam range. So that's the whole reason I bought this, because the Vietnam stuff looks beautiful with the APCs, the Hueys, the boats. They've done the whole thing, everything. The Viet Cong, everything. So I really want to get this to try and see how it looks, and then put it together. And then if it goes well, I'm thinking about getting some of the Vietnam stuff. So this one here, you got the sides of the lower hull, the suspension arms, various hatches, and a bunch of wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, sorry, 12 wheels, so 6 on each side, and then your lower hull there. So again, you get an idea of the size here. But there's no teeny tiny bits. It all looks really good. There's ejection pin marks, but they're all on the inside on these, no problem at all. And again, really nicely, crisply molded. So it looks really good. I'm really excited about this. I think I'll probably put it together at the weekend maybe and see how it goes. And being armor, it's great. You just throw it all together and paint it at the end. You don't have to paint it individually, all these parts and stuff. The figure, I'm not sure. The face is a little bit softly molded. I'm not sure if I use the figure, to be honest with you. But the rest of it looks quite beautiful, actually. And again, different types. You've got dozer blade, different types of barrel, very subtle differences. And yeah, it looks like a really nice kit. So again, this is a winner for me. I hate doing tracks, so the fact you got more than one nice piece is definitely a win. So that looks really cool. I think you can buy certain tanks, they do. You can buy like metal tracks and individual links and stuff if you want to go that route. But for me, I think once you paint and weather this thing, it's going to look perfectly fine to me. Alright, so quick little update, and I've actually built it. So I filmed this a couple of weeks ago and had it ready to run on YouTube, but this weekend had some downtime, so I put the thing together, and so I thought I'd kind of show you, add to the review, how it kind of turned out and what my final thoughts were having built it. And yeah, there she is. So I went for the Mark 5.1 version. Now, this was a really great kit. It went together so easily. Like you saw, the tracks are all pre-built, and it was just really fun mojo boosting build. So I did this on a Friday night. I put some kind of YouTube on the background, and I think it took me about 3 hours to build the whole thing. I just did the whole thing in one go. So I built it in about 3 hours to build it, and then probably another couple of hours to paint it and added pin wash and stuff. So I didn't go crazy with pigments and stuff on this one. I just kept it simple. Painted it with Tamiya, well, it should be like a green ochre kind of color, which is basically a olive drab, Tammy olive drab with about 30% dark yellow added. So that's my base color. But I just came back with some like kind of modulations, some highlights, and finally came back with just a pure dark yellow to highlight the center of the wheels and certain panels and stuff, just kind of add that kind of gaming, more of a color modulation and more of a contrast in colors. Dozer blade, there's no glue in it. It's just so it moves. It's like really, really well engineered. Obviously, turret turns and that kind of stuff. For the light, it didn't turn out quite as well as I was hoped for, but what I did was I basically painted it silver, but added some Mod Podge, Supergloss Brilliant Extreme, which adds a really good glass effect normally, but on this side, I guess you can catch it in the light, you can see the glass, but maybe it needs a little bit more. Just added some lead wire, I think 0.2 mil for the antennas, and that's pretty much it. I think they do stowage sets, I think they're about $9 or something, so I might get some stowage to put in this like basket thing in the back here. And maybe on the back, but yeah, it turned out really well. I really enjoyed this one. Finally weathered it just with simple Starship fill pin wash, enamel wash, just you know, pick out all the details and stuff, and a little bit of chipping with some sponge here and there, and that was it really. Really enjoyed this one. It was a really fun build. The only negative, the kit, you got these beautiful decals, loads of markings, but there's no decal sheet in my box. There's no markings. They don't show you where to put many of them. So I went on Google to look at real pictures, and the real pictures didn't really show any markings on them at all. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. But I've got this beautiful sheet, but again, there's no indication of where each goes or what to use, that kind of stuff, which again is a negative for me. It'd be pretty easy for them to just put a quick piece of paper in to explain that. But yeah, I can, unless I'm missing something, I checked the box. I couldn't find anywhere where it shows you where these guys go. But other than that, great little kit. Highly recommend it, and I'll definitely be buying more of these. Great little mojo boosts, and nice size too. As you can see, it's my hand here. It's what, in inches? It's about, with the thick boxing on the back, it's about 6.5 inches long, and we're about just under 3 inches wide. So it's not super tiny like a 72nd scale. You know, it's a decent size, and again, really nice detail, easy to put together. These would be great for a beginner, not having to do tracks and stuff. For sure. But again, thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.